Children put at an added risk of being victimized by child sexual predators, and law enforcement's hands are tied. That's what some Virginia prosecutors and child safety advocates tell 8 News is happening in the wake of Virginia's sodomy law being ruled unconstitutional.
Right now, it is open season on children in Virginia.
Tonight, investigative reporter AJ Legault is joining us live. AJ, you've been looking into what's being called the dangerous fallout from the federal court ruling.
That's right, Amy. A few months ago, the Federal Fourth Circuit Court ruled Virginia's Crimes Against Nature law, also known as the anti-sodomy statute, unconstitutional. That ruling has been hailed as a victory for gay rights and the privacy rights of all adults when it comes to keeping the government out of our bedrooms. But because of the way many of the Commonwealth's sex crimes laws are constructed, the result is some sex acts and sexually explicit communications between adults and teenagers are now no longer a crime.
I ain't did nothing. In 2010, in our series entitled Preying on Predators,
not making any comments right now,
we profiled Louisa County's Child Safety Initiative, designed to take a no-holds-barred approach to cracking down on sexual predators using the internet to target children. Detectives posed in cyberspace as teens.
It can be a matter of just a couple minutes, and some solicitations will occur.
Waiting to spring shut the trap on pedophiles.
there wasn't no girl. It was a sheriff playing a game.
In the now 5 years the initiative has been in effect, dozens upon dozens of men looking to exploit children have been convicted and locked up. But now Louisa County Commonwealth Attorney Rusty McGuire says that program has basically come to a screeching halt.
We're almost in a holding pattern.
McGuire says the problem began when a federal court ruled Virginia's anti-sodomy law unconstitutional.
If you could imagine a house built of cards, that's the way the code of Virginia is. You pull out that foundation card, the entire house collapses.
I'm going to show you what the frustrated prosecutor is talking about. You go to the Code of Virginia searchable database, and I'm going to type in code number 18.2-361. That's the code number for Virginia's sodomy statute. The law ruled unconstitutional. It's referred to in 29 other sex crime statutes that may now also be unenforceable.
It puts all of our statute that we use to prosecute predators who try to sodomize or at least solicit sodomy from children at risk of not even being valid.
Here are just some of the laws no longer valid. Internet solicitation. This law says it's a crime to solicit any child under 15 to any act constituting an offense under 18.2-361. Remember, that's the law banning oral and anal sex, which has been ruled unconstitutional. Another law at risk prohibits sex acts between someone in a supervisory or custodial role, such as a teacher or parent, with any child under 18. It doesn't specifically define all the banned sex acts. It just references the state's now no-good sodomy statute.
Essentially, it's decriminalized sodomy against children.
Camille Cooper is a child safety advocate with the group Protect. She also serves on the State Crime Commission's Child Sex Abuse Work Group. She says Virginia now has a major loophole in its laws.
A technical legal loophole, and children suffer because of it.
Cooper and McGuire are both backing Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli's request for the Supreme Court to step in and rule that Virginia's sodomy law, when applied strictly to actions between an adult and a minor, is constitutional.
We need, let me say that again, we absolutely need the Supreme Court to step in on this case. The children of Virginia are at risk.
I think that's hyperbole.
However, Claire Guthrie-Gastanaga, the executive director of the ACLU of Virginia, downplays the severity of the loophole in Virginia law.
To the extent that there is a gap, which I would argue it's very small and it involves consensual behavior only, and I believe it only involves consensual behavior for 16 to 18-year-olds. It's not open season on kids.
The ACLU took part in the case that resulted in Virginia's sodomy law being ruled unconstitutional. They contend that fixing the problems with Virginia's sex laws is the job of the General Assembly, and the Supreme Court should not weigh in.
If the laws are declared unconstitutional, our legislature is responsible for writing constitutional laws. They've had 10 years to do so, and they've chosen not to.
While the fix is a major legal debate, one thing is clear. Until either the Supreme Court steps in or Virginia lawmakers take action, law enforcement looking to prey on predators tell us they've had to put their hunt on hold.
Tools from our toolbox have been taken away.
This is a situation that involves a lot of legal minutia that we really haven't touched on, but suffice it to say it's become a political football in both the governor and attorney general races. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I need to point out that Camille Cooper and Rusty McGuire, featured in this report, are married but are in different political parties. Amy?
All right, AJ, and this loophole in the law basically decriminalizing sodomy with teenagers, does it also apply to cases where force is used?
No, I want to really make that perfectly clear. Any case involving force where someone's attacked would still be illegal under numerous other laws. The main types of crimes no longer enforceable here in Virginia right now deal with solicitation and consensual acts between an adult and older teens. Now, as always, if you have anything you want me to investigate, send an email to ajinvestigates@wric.com, or you can find me on Facebook and Twitter.